Hey, what's going on, guys? Dilmer here, and welcome to Chase Race number 9 on NASCAR 14, Race 35-36. 2 races left in this season for the running in the Kobalt Tools 400. Last race at Texas wasn't much of a change between the top 2 spots, except we padded our lead over Brad Keselowski. And surprisingly, this is the fewest wins I've had in the NASCAR Let's Play this season. Is NASCAR 14. Can't figure out the difference on my calculator. 28 points separates me and Brad Keselowski. And what separates me from Marcus Ambrose? 51 points. So, in fact, Clint Bowyer is separated by 59, and Tony Stewart could very well be a long shot in this race. 5 guys fighting eligible for the championship currently is Edwards, Biffle, would have to make something happen, but they're probably not going to contend much. Kyle Busch is pretty much eliminated. Kane is eliminated. Junior's eliminated. Hamlin's eliminated. Gordon's eliminated, I'm sorry. And Denny Hamlin's eliminated. So the scheme we're going to run for this race is the race event sponsor, the Kobalt paint scheme. Let's jump right into Phoenix. Phoenix is actually a good track for us. In the first race, we finished 7th in the spring, but we had a lot of wrecks, especially on the last lap where Tony Stewart pulled a Tony Hawk and flipped up into the air. What will we see today in the penultimate race of the chase for the Cup? We're going to have 31 laps today. Tire wear and fuel use times 2, just like always. Flag rule is going to be on cautions. Damage and failures are going to be on full. Jump right into qualifying.
The car's looking good. You need to go out there and put in a solid performance.
Jimmy Johnson looking for his 6th championship. He's going to go out and do his lap here in Phoenix. In 2011, this place got reconfigured and they added a dog leg, which opened up a lot of passing room. And also didn't make Phoenix a one-group racetrack like most mile racetracks. So what you want to do is not scream into the corner like that. If you're going to want to cut the dog leg, cut it big, but be careful coming back up, because otherwise, if there's a car in front of you, there's a good chance you're both going to end up in the fence. And there's also, you got to be really careful how far you cut, because you'll slow up quite a bit. Somehow, after a crappy qualifying lap like that, we got the pole. Making our way down out of turn 2 into the dog leg, and then make the dive off into 3. Wow, we got a pretty fast lap when you really think about it, because we got a little over a second and a half on Kyle Busch. And we got the pole.
Come on, that's what I'm talking about, man. Way around that pole. This race just got a whole lot easier. Awesome. Totally awesome performance out there. Now, we got to make sure that the race, we finish in the same position. Just remember the fundamentals and give me a solid run today.
Phoenix International Raceway. Consider this Game 7 of the MLB World Series of NASCAR. After 9 months of coming across the country, seeing many close finishes and wins and tight wrecks, the NASCAR Sprint Cup Series heads down to Phoenix for the second to last race, the chase. 5 drivers with a mathematical shot. Tony Stewart might be the long shot of the 5, but we'll know at the end of 31 laps who's able to fight for the championship at Homestead. Let's send it upstairs to Ned Jarrett, Benny Parsons, and Ken Squire. Boys? The 2000s ESPN crew. Dr. Jerry Punch, Benny Parsons, and Ned Jarrett.
Hi everybody, Mike Joy and Darrell Waltrip welcoming you to the penultimate race of this year's Sprint Cup season, the Kobalt Tools 500. Every team in the chase is hoping to come out of Phoenix with maximum points going into the season's final race next week at Homestead. So it's a matter of resource management, conserving what you got, and getting good track position. Things are going to tighten up.
I start on the pole. Kyle Busch is going to start second. Denny Hamlin is going to start third. Clint Bowyer is going to start fourth. 2 of the top 5 championship drivers start inside the top 4, with Clint Bowyer starting up in the 4th position. Pace car is off in front of a sellout crowd here today at Phoenix. The field is in the hands of Jimmy Johnson and Kyle Busch. Pace car is off, green flag into the air, and we're racing at Phoenix.
Let's go racing in the desert, boys and girls. Clear right side. Car approaching high. You're good low. 3 wide, 2 high. Car outside, at your door. Car up top, just
A little bit of 3 wide contact at the start. Clint Bowyer way up out of shape, as Kyle Busch is going to merge out of the chaos, and he's going to lead lap number 1. Martin Truex Jr., we did not talk at all about him this season. He's made his way up to 4th. Oh, correction. Made it up to 3rd. Here comes Jeff Gordon. Kenseth, the 2002 fall winner of this race. Out front in the 20 here early on in the Kobalt Tools 400. Or 500, I'm sorry. Oh, contact there with Kenseth. Moving him way out of shape. As they are 3 wide behind us for 4th. As Kenseth gets the lead. Comes back on the inside. Here we come. Thread the needle. 3 wide. Back out front is Jimmy Johnson. There's Clint Bowyer, our other championship rival. In fact, a year ago, he was in the same exact position. And Tony Stewart rushes his way up through there. A lot of contact. Jeff Gordon up there in 4th. Oh, correction. Make that 3rd. Oh, Bowyer up into the wall. Caution is out. This is huge. Huge implications. Bowyer causes the first caution. Oh, wow. Just single car incident. Edwards nips him at the end.
The safety crews are clear of the track.
So, things are just got interesting. Clint Bowyer in trouble early at Phoenix. Check where our championship rivals are. We got. I'm in 1st. Brad Keselowski's made his way up to 7th. Don't know where Marcus Ambrose is 42nd. Clint Bowyer is 40th. And Tony Stewart is in 5th. Going off of the 1-point rule, Tony Stewart may have just jumped from 5th to 2nd right now. As the pace car is off for the first restart of the day at Phoenix. Coming into the restart zone. Green flag back in the air.
Still outside. Car at your door. Up top at your door. Stay on the bottom.
Gordon up to try to take the lead. Here he comes down to the dog leg. Contact Biffle. And we got a big crash. 3 of the championship drivers are involved. Just got tight. Came down on Biffle. Casey Kane. Tony Stewart and Brad Keselowski also got a piece of the accident. And Jeff Gordon is now going to be your leader on the second restart of the day.
Go make a move. You gotta do it quick. Do it on this restart.
And there is championship rival Marcus Ambrose in 28th spot. Things, with all the championship guys towards the back of the field, this could be an interesting restart. Green flag back into the air. Outside lane's going to stack up quite a bit. Here comes Mr. Phoenix, Kevin Harvick up by in 31st. Whoa, round goes Ambrose. He does not save it as the caution flag is out for the third time. Whoa, looks like more trouble up front, I believe. Just Ambrose and Kane in the wall. Another championship driver with trouble. Is Casey Kane just has an on steering lock and drives it up the racetrack. Jeff Gordon and Brian Vickers on the front row for the restart. Let's go for ESPN full throttle. That means turn up whatever device you're watching this on. Put in some headphones and experience the roar of NASCAR. Oh, contact. The cars bouncing off each other. AJ Allmendinger bounces into Jimmy Johnson, who bounces into Carl Edwards, and Edwards is going to lose numerous spots. As Jimmy Johnson has joined the top 4. Well, never mind, joined the top 3. Is Jeff Gordon and Brian Vickers continue to lead. Jeff Gordon actually won the first Phoenix race on this game. Can he go and get a season sweep? He may not be eligible, but for the championship anymore. But he could still spoil the party. Well, mathematically, he's not eligible for the championship. Vickers pinching Jimmy Johnson down the apron, bouncing off each other, more contact. Got one car now on pit road, possibly for green flag pit stops, I believe. That's probably a backhand driver. A little bit of contact crossing over on Brian Vickers. Wow, this car can turn like nobody's fucking business. As Jeff Gordon continues to take the lead. Here we go, inside of Jeff for the lead at Phoenix. Stay there, still there, still there. Side by side, Gordon is there, but clear. Gordon, the crossover, thinks better of it. Jimmy Johnson, your new leader at Phoenix.
He's charging. Car tucked in behind you. And you're clear. On the bottom, one back. Clear left.
Jimmy Johnson going up the racetrack here. As we see, looks like he's going to try to gap Jeff Gordon and Brian Vickers. We haven't done an onboard cam in a while.
Stay up top, you're good right there. Clear left side. Nice and smooth, you're way out front. Use that clean air. He's coming on the
little bit of side-by-side racing for a moment between Jeff Gordon and Jimmy Johnson. Jeff Gordon has had talks of possible retirement in the future, but right now, I wouldn't step away if you're at this high right now of competitiveness. Anyways, halfway lap here, halfway point completed here at Phoenix in the Kobalt Tools 500. 3 caution flags so far. All of them have been crashes. Jimmy Johnson is going to pad his lead. Remember the Phoenix race in NASCAR 15, didn't have many cautions till the late stages of the race. Then all ability of common sense just went out the window. Making our way out of turn 4, Brian Vickers and Greg Biffle have gotten by Jeff Gordon. Oh, contact, Josh Wise. Lap car. Correct. Wow, that was almost really close right there, having to go onto the apron past the lap car. 13 laps to go here at Phoenix International Raceway. Charging in on Michael McDowell. Looks like we're going to go under him. Yet, as the round goes, looks like McDowell's around, slides right into pit road. Caution is not out. Michael McDowell did a great job saving that car. 12 laps to go at Phoenix. Jimmy Johnson is going to continue to pad his lead. As I drive in the wall like an idiot. We're just cutting our way through lap traffic right now as Michael McDowell makes the slow journey out of the pit lane. Gonna cross under, look out. Had to jam on the brakes pretty hard right there. Coming off the apron, otherwise we would have just went straight into the fence. 10 to go. Do you think we've seen any more cautions today? No, but I think you can tell Jimmy Johnson's car is getting tight because he pushed way up the racetrack that time. Way up the racetrack in turn 1. As Jimmy Johnson continues to lead, can he make it on fuel? There's one time earlier this year where Jimmy Johnson ran out of fuel at Pocono on the last lap, and unfortunately caused that wreck with Eric Almirola and Chase Elliott. But looks to me like he's good on fuel. He's good on fuel to the end, it looks like. Coming out of turn number 4, or again, the lead has grown to 6 seconds over second place Brian Vickers. Could Jimmy Johnson get his 6th win of the season? Of the season today in the Valley of the Sun? Or will we see a late caution jumble things up? 7 laps to go. Dale Earnhardt Jr. 8.2 seconds back. Jimmy Johnson continues to pad his lead. A little bit of a side-by-side group in front of Jimmy Johnson. Champion driver, chase contender Marcus Ambrose as they file in single file. A little bit of contact, Ruben up the racetrack, Travis Poppel getting a little loose. Paul Baraka into the wall, looks like everyone scatters. 6 laps to go. When we get to the line, there will be 5 laps to go. Three cautions today at Phoenix compared to compared to 10 at Texas. 3 cautions and possibly 4, and caution flag is out. Things just got interesting. Trevor Bain into the wall, out of turn 4 and turn 1. Yellow flag is out. This restart's gonna be it's gonna be something. Jimmy Johnson and Kyle Larson are going to be on the front row. Look at Stewart up to 3rd. Clint Bowyer, after being in trouble early on, is up to 13th. Brad Keselowski is 18th, and Ambrose is 30th. All cars are on the lead lap, are currently running right now. I'm sure this will change between now and the finish. 3 laps to go in the settle-in here in the Valley of the Sun. Larson on the outside, Johnson on the inside. Green flag back into the air. Kyle Larson coming out of turn 2, side by side, going into turn 3. He clears him. Here comes Larson on the outside with help from Stewart. Larson up the racetrack, 3 wide for second. Stewart and Stenhouse fighting for the win. 2 laps to go. That might be all Jimmy needed. Getting a little tight on fuel. 2 to go. Johnson's going to close. Stenhouse is going to close up. So is Stewart, side by side, coming out of turn 4. White flag into the air. Last lap at Phoenix. Everyone scatters as we got a crash in turn 1. Stenhouse loose into the wall with Stewart. Kurt Busch up to 2nd. Austin Dillon in the 3 car, making his way up to 3rd. One last shot to get by Jimmy. Up the racetrack. Here comes Kurt Busch. Look at him slam. Crashing across the line. Austin Dillon is going to win at Phoenix as they crash and collide coming to the checkered flag.
That was really impressive stuff out there today. Top 10 is really good.
Austin Dillon is going to be your one today. Phoenix out of the blue, leading the last lap at the line. Dale Earnhardt Jr. finishes 2nd. Joey Logano 3rd. Kyle Busch 4th. Kurt Busch 5th. Ryan Newman 6th. Brian Vickers 7th. I finished 8th. Denny Hamlin 9th. And Jeff Gordon 10th. All the drivers finished today's race. Look at how many people are involved in that last lap incident. Just got into Kurt. Bounced off Junior. Kurt Busch into the wall. This looked to be a 2-car incident, I believe. It was just a 2-car wreck. Me and Kurt slid up the racetrack, and then things got big. Up into the pack. Truex. Whoa, Clint Bowyer. Up into, oh my god, I'm getting a photo of that. Yo, look at Clint Bowyer up into the air. Look at that. That just, oh man, I did not see that accident. Clint Bowyer up into the air, and oh my God, Truex up on his side. Brad Keselowski's in it. Matt Kenseth is in it. Casey Kane, Darrell Wallace Jr., Eric Almirola, AJ Allmendinger, Kevin Harvick. Wow, look at that. Clint Bowyer flying up into the air. Yes, that is Clint Bowyer. Into the air. Okay. And then he comes back down here. Okay. Let's see how the points shake out. Oh my God, what? What the fuck? Wow. Big, Brett. Things seem to be unchanged. In the top 5, Biffle gains a spot, Busch gains a spot, Junior gains 2, Edwards loses 3, Gordon gains 1, Hamlin gains 1, Casey Kane loses 3. Mr. Logano and Kenseth. One race determines the NASCAR 14 Let's Play champion. Homestead Miami Speedway. Tune in 3 hours before the Sprint Cup finale Sunday afternoon. Which locally, here's how it's going to work. Since the race is probably going to start a little after 2:30 on NBC on the East, 1:30 p.m. Central, so 10:30 a.m. Central, 9:30 a.m. Mountain, 9 a.m. Mountain Time, 8 a.m. if you guys are on the West Coast, and 11 a.m. if you guys are in the East. Tune in. The day of the real Sprint Cup finale, championship finale, Sunday. It's going to be exciting.